Hello everyone, this is Ola. In this video, I'll discuss the vestibular apparatus in the inner ear and how it helps to maintain equilibrium. So the vestibular system has hair cells or stereocilia in the vestibular apparatus of the inner ear. Remember, the inner ear is not responsible only for hearing. It is also responsible for detecting different directions of the body to help maintain equilibrium. The part of the inner ear responsible for hearing is the cochlea. However, the vestibular apparatus is important to maintain balance. That vestibular apparatus has two important parts: the utricle and saccule in the vestibule, and they are important to detect linear movement that we call static equilibrium. And the semicircular canals, there are three semicircular canals to detect angular movement or rotational movement of the head. So the vestibule has the utricle and saccule. The saccule is important to detect vertical acceleration. Like if you are going up in the elevator, if you are jumping up and down, if you are upside down, if your position is upside down as you are dancing, for example, all of that is detected by the saccule. The utricle is important to detect horizontal acceleration, like your head moving forward, which is flexion, or moving backward, which is extension. This is a horizontal acceleration that is detected with the utricle. The semicircular canals are to detect angular acceleration, like rotation to the right or to the left, or circular movement. And the cresti ampullaris are the sensory organs of rotation. They are located in the semicircular canals. Each one has its cresta ampullaris. So here, this is a cresta ampullaris, and there is the copula that has hair cells, and this copula is able to move depending on your head rotation. So suppose that you are rotating your head to one direction, it's gonna move to the opposite direction of rotation. So here it is in the middle as you are in the normal position. You are not rotating right nor left. How about if you rotate here to the side? What will happen is that the fluid here around the copula will push the copula to the opposite side of rotation. And now the copula moves to the opposite direction and send this signal along the vestibular branch of the vestibulocochlear nerve to the brain, so that the brain or the cerebellum feeds back to maintain equilibrium. What is nystagmus? It is an involuntary eye movement. It's a reflex. So if someone is spinning around and you stop them suddenly, you will see sometimes this reflex involuntary movement of the eye. Why does it happen? It happens because the brain gets erroneous information as the hair cells of the cresti ampullaris are bent while the endolymph is still spinning. Like you are spinning around, for example, and once you are stopping, still the fluid has some movement. It doesn't stop the exact moment you are stopping spinning. So this will lead to that nystagmus to happen. The caloric reflex test can assess the vestibular function to see how nystagmus happen, and if it happens in a symmetrical normal way or if there is any asymmetrical movement which indicates a problem. So here we can inject cold or warm water. And when you inject cold or warm water or air in the external auditory canal, this induces nystagmus. So when you inject cold water, what will happen is fast phase of nystagmus to the opposite side from the cold water-filled ear. On the other hand, when you inject warm water, fast phase of nystagmus happens to the same side as the water-filled ear. Cows means cold opposite, warm same. So let's see that here. So here in the first scenario, we are injecting cold water in her ear. What will happen is that, see, the pupil or the eyes move to the direction opposite from the cold water injected ear. In the second scenario, are injecting warm water. Remember, cows, warm, same. So what will happen is movement of the eye to the same side of the warm water injected ear. Cows, cold opposite, warm same. Okay, now with some review questions. Static equilibrium. Static means linear equilibrium or vertical equilibrium, like you are jumping up and down, or you are in the elevator. This is detected by the vestibule, utricle, and saccule. So there are the utricle and saccule, and both detect a type of linear movement, horizontal or vertical. Dynamic equilibrium is maintained by the semicircular canals. What is a rapid involuntary movement of the eyes during spinning? What do we call that? Nystagmus. When you inject cold water in one ear, what would happen is fast phase of nystagmus to the side, cows, opposite from the cold water filled ear. But when you inject warm water, what will happen is fast phase of nystagmus to the same side as the warm water filled ear.